Hello everyone, welcome to VLearn and welcome back to the class Molecular Basis of Inheritances. In the last class of Molecular Basis of Inheritances, we have studied about the DNA packaging and mechanism of DNA packaging. In today's class of Molecular Basis of Inheritances, basically we are going to talk about different experiments that proves that DNA act as genetic material. So these experiment actually proves that DNA act as genetic material. So there are three important experiment in your syllabus which is very important for your board examination as well as your for NEET examination. The first experiment is the Griffith experiment. So if we talk about the Griffith experiment, Griffith was basically experimenting on a bacteria. He was basically experimenting on a bacteria which is called pneumococcus. So he was basically experimenting on pneumococcus. There are two forms of the pneumococcus. One is called the R form and the other is called the S form. The R form is basically what we called rough form or non-virulent form. Rough form or non-virulent form. The other form is S form, and S form is basically the virulent form. What does this means? S form and R form. R form is rough form, non-virulent. Means if we inject this in some organism like mice, the death of the organism will not occur. Yes, there will be infection in this mice, but death of this organism will not occur. So there is no death. There is no death. But if we talk about the S form, this is virulent form or it is called the smooth form. When we inject S form into the mice or any other organism, there occur death. So this is the toxic form, virulent form, and the R form is non-virulent form or rough form. So he experimented this with mice. What he did is he took some R form of bacteria. R form means these forms are non-virulent form. So these are the non-virulent forms. He injected this non-virulent form into the mice. Then this mice was healthy. That means mice was living. Mice didn't die. These are cells from the healthy mouse. In the second stage of his experiment, what he did was he took S form of bacteria. Smooth form means toxic form. These S form of bacteria were injected into these mice. After injection into the mice, these smooth form of the bacteria were died. That means this S form is releasing some toxic substance or these S form are toxic to these mice, therefore these mice died. Then what he did was he heat killed the S form. Heat kill means you are basically killing the bacteria. You are providing the temperature treatment to these kinds of bacteria, and after providing this temperature treatment, these bacteria basically died. That means they are not infectant anymore. They cannot infect the mice anymore. So when they did injected this into mice, the mice was not died. That means mice lived. In the fourth set of experiment, they took S form, but this S form was heat killed S. This S form was heat killed S, and the another form was plus R form. So heat killed S form and R form was injected into the mice. Because heat killed S form cannot kill the bacteria. So from this we can conclude that the mice should be live. R form, R form don't kill the bacteria because these are the non-virulent form. So because these are non-virulent form and this heat kill S form cannot kill the bacteria. So expectation of R plus S heat killed S, R plus heat killed S form was, expectation was that mice will live. But when did they injected it into the mice? Mice died. That means The leaving form was R. Of course, the leaving form was R. So the leaving form was R and dead form was S. Heat killed dead form was S. That means this dead form of S has passed some material into the R that have caused this R form to S form. That means these R forms are transformed. These R forms are transformed. This is also known as transformation experiment of Griffith. Transformation experiment, Griffith transformation experiment. In transformation experiment of R, that means R form is basically transformed to S form. In Griffith experiment, he said that R form is somehow transformed into S, but he wasn't able to explain what caused this R form to change into the S form. So there was three another scientists which were called Avery, MacLeod and McCarthy. So the second experiment which proves that DNA acts as genetic material is Avery, MacLeod, McCarthy experiment. So the second experiment is Avery, MacLeod and McCarthy experiment. This experiment proved that the cause of transformation in the Griffith was basically the DNA. The cause, that means DNA caused the transformation. So this experiment proved that DNA caused that transformation. Any other form of genetic materials cannot be present. So DNA is the one which caused the transformation. DNA is the one molecule which caused the R form transformation into the S. Let's talk about this experiment. If we talk about this experiment, he started this experiment. In the first stage of this experiment, they remove all the lipids, carbohydrate from a solution of heat-killed S bacteria. So this is the heat-killed S bacteria, and this heat-killed S bacteria, they removed lipid, carbohydrates. So this solution will only contain basically protein, RNA and DNA. That means that the change which was caused in the first experiment could be DNA, or it could be RNA, or it could be protein. So now in the first experiment, in the first set of experiment, he added proteinases to the solution. Proteinases means these will kill proteins, or these proteinases are the enzymes which digest proteins, which kills protein, digest protein. So if we add proteinases to this form, this will contain only now RNA and protein. Let us say this protein has caused the transformation. So if we add the R form into this bottle again, then R form should not be able to convert itself into the S form. So what he did is, he added the R form to this. After adding proteinases, after treatment of this solution with proteinases, he added the R form of bacteria. He waited for some time and see that after adding proteinases, there was transformation. There was transformation. If you are adding protein and you are getting transformation, if you are adding proteinases and you are getting transformation, that means protein is not basically responsible for transformation. He continued to the second set of experiment. In the second set of experiment, he added ribonuclease. Ribonuclease are enzyme which cuts or digests RNA. So he added ribonucleases, and ribonucleases basically digest RNA. So he added again the R form of bacteria to this solution. And if RNA act as genetic material, there should be no transformation. But when he did this experiment, the transformation was there. So in the second case, there were transformation. That means protein and RNA do not cause transformation. In the third set of experiment, he ordered deoxyribonucleases. In case of deoxyribonucleases, this deoxyribonucleases digest DNA. So it digests DNA. So if DNA acts as genetic material, R form should not be able to convert itself into S form. He continued the experiment with the same as he conducted in both of these experiments. So he added the R form of bacteria into the solution and he concluded that there was no transformation. So in this form there was no transformation. That means the RNA and protein do not cause the transformation, and DNA is the molecule which is basically responsible for the cause of transformation. So basically the transformation cannot occur unless DNA is present. Therefore DNA must be the hereditary material. So Avery and MacLeod and McCarthy, they were the three scientists who basically concluded that the DNA is genetic material. Thanks for watching the video. Hope you liked the video. If you have any doubts, please mention in the comment section. See you soon in the next video.